The world always looks better through the eyes of a child, doesn't it? I've been taking a look at some children's drawings, and I have to say, I'm feeling a little freaked out. Check out this truly disturbing gallery of kids' artworks that will make you think twice about tucking your little ones in at night. Number 10. It's healthy for kids to have friends, but this creepy drawing is less BFF and more WTF. Our seemingly happy child has used her artistic talents to capture a very special friendship in pen and colored pencil. Is it special though, or could it be a warning to her parents to check under the bed or maybe the closet? I'll be honest, I never knew what this scene was supposed to mean. With those big eyes and round head, there's no doubt her friend is from another planet. I like how she's indicated herself with an arrow also, in case we thought the alien had drawn the picture instead. The tree to the left suggests this scene is taking place at Christmas. And what's that blue fiery shape to the right there? A spaceship, perhaps? Maybe this is like the actual movie E.T., and the alien's family are coming back for him later. You know what, come to think of it, that kid's eyes are kind of big also. Someone called the government. We might be on the cusp of a cosmic conspiracy. Number 9. Reddit is a one-stop shop for all kinds of material, including creepy kids' drawings. One user took the time to share some of their crude artwork from yesteryear. Were they raised in Mordor or something? Or maybe Hawkins' Kamos here wouldn't look out of place in Stranger Things. What does that scrawl say next to the disturbing devil-like figure? Well, it's Finnish, so at least we know this child is earthbound. An English translation of the crazed commentary reads, hold on, let me break out the old FX package.
He lives inside you. You submit to him willingly. He is Satan, but it is wrong.
Good to know the young artist has a sense of right and wrong at least. Did they need to go to such vivid lengths to prove the point? The devil, or Piru, is in the detail it seems. Number 8. Now, there are conflicting arguments on the best approach to childcare, but I don't think this is one of them. This older child is certainly taking a hands-on approach to putting their smallest family member to sleep. In fact, a little too hands-on. Someone call the police, we have a situation here. The disturbing image is made even worse by the child claiming that mom would be proud of them for committing this heinous act. Without trivializing the seriously creepy issue, she might also want to talk to them about spelling. You don't spell proud with a W, though that's the least of her problems. Number 7. Young love is a beautiful thing. You live next door to a girl, you think she's pretty, you collect her hair. Wait a minute. Collect her hair? If you're wondering who the child-sized Romeo is who made this creepy drawing, then look no further. You can see his arms appearing on the edge of the artwork, holding a pair of scissors, ready to snip off a latest keepsake from his intended. Well, it's not like he can wait around for the girl's hair to fall out, right? Even so, maybe this little artist should channel his energies elsewhere. Barber college could be a possible career option. Maybe not. Number 6. Some artists capture relatable situations to use in their work. Children are no different, with young people being surprisingly astute in their observations. Take this example. You know how it is when you're trying to sleep and someone comes along with a big knife and starts slashing at you? Anyone? Hello? You might call this a slice of life, at least for the disturbed individual. By the way, I'm hoping that red all around is something to do with the color scheme. Number 5. Children love having imaginary friends. I remember mine. In fact, he's sitting here right now. His name is Ronald and he's an accountant. He's not a very good one, but hey, enough about my personal history. This imaginary friend is unusual in that, well, they aren't imaginary. At least according to the little girl who talks about her in this exceptionally disturbing sequence of drawings. Yes, this one's a series, so buckle up and prepare to be creeped out. The artist explains how Lisa is a very real friend that her parents can't see. She's described as a nice friend. Perhaps Lisa is lovely on the inside. It's just the outside of her that looks like it's been eaten by rats. I like the way that Lisa and the little girl look out for each other. Lisa tells the girl not to plant a flower by the sandbox because her father is taking a nap. At least, I presume that's what Lisa means. Her dad is probably alive and well. certainly not buried in the backyard or anything like that. And when the teacher's chalk eraser goes missing at school, it's Lisa's way of showing her frustration at not being considered a suitable subject for show and tell. You see, Lisa is good for the tell part, but not so much for the show, because no one else can see her. Here's where things get slightly more disturbing. The little girl has a birthday party, but no one shows up. All very sad, until Lisa reveals that people were dropping presents off at the house. Why didn't they stop by the party? Were the girls' parents keeping them away? Possibly to protect them from the dark and scary forces present at the party. On the plus side, she got a few Barbies, which sounds cool. Not that I'd know anything about that, you understand? The arrival of a replacement teacher, or as the kid calls her, a substitute, which sounds like a crazy musical instrument, changes the game somewhat. Mrs. Digman becomes an ally of sorts to the girl, helping her out in class and even stating that Lisa is the real deal. By the way, let's all take a moment to appreciate how Lisa is floating a couple inches off the ground. Ugh. Okay, moving on. The closing images of the saga are the most chilling. The girl's father goes missing after losing his patience over her imaginary friend. Lisa disappears also, and so does the teacher she doesn't like. After asking Lisa to come back, the pair are reunited. Aww. But it turns out her daddy and the bad teacher are sleeping somewhere. Somehow I don't think Lisa means they're catching 40 winks. Number 4. Family time is important when growing up. Some of our happiest memories involve being out and having fun with your parents and pets. Of course, it's a little inconvenient when a demon attaches itself to a host family and begins tormenting everyone with its disturbing, unearthly powers. But after a while, I guess you work it into your daily routine. What else can you do, right? As you can see, even demons need to have a day off sometimes, and this poor child has done a creepy drawing celebrating the occasion. The demon left them alone to enjoy the day, though the artist has shown us just what he and his clan are putting up with. Care of one terrifying figure in a top hat. Looks like a cross between Jack Skellington and the Babadook. I guess after that it was back to fun times with a dash of evil. It's easier to, say, go on a roller coaster without a demon trying to throw you off the track. But I'll tell you one thing, it's nowhere near as exciting. Number 3. Ever wondered what it would be like if a child drew the poster for a horror movie? We're close to that with Cannibalistic Hill, which depicts a scene of utter carnage. The 8-year-old artist, credited as Pablo Blanco, has clearly got a good grasp of the English language. He shoots for the big words, even if they aren't quite spelled correctly. This piece even has a celebrity guest appearance from former President George W. Bush. I hear they ate you alive in Washington, but this is a whole other level. W obviously wasn't the sharpest tool in the Oval Office, but he has the brains to accept his fate here. Shocking and disturbing details about this drawing include people being hung, a steaming human corpse on a dinner table, and even someone being turned on an old-school spit. Throw in what look like cannons and explosives, and you have a high-octane splatterfest. Cannibalistic Hill also inspired the grown-ups, with an artist named Devin Clark giving little Pablo's work the full-blown cartoon treatment. Here, the child's disturbing vision comes to life like never before. Lucky us, I guess. Number 2. This image is one of the creepiest and most disturbing of the bunch. The chillingly titled, "Why Can't Daddy See Her?" presents a scene out of your worst nightmares. To begin with, her, that black, golem-like creature who appears to be squeezing themselves in through the doors of an elevator. If you say so, kid. The little girl isn't having the best time. It looks like she's trying to get her pop to see the danger they're in, and he just isn't interested. With his pointy hair and wife-beater type vest, he isn't in line for any Father of the Year type awards anytime soon. Number 1. The first thing I should say about this disturbing drawing is that it's done by an 11-year-old, credited to the offspring of one Brian Sack on Twitter. It shows they have a wicked and also unnerving sense of humor. This birthday card, yes, you heard that right, brings us a vision of life as a trip on the water slide. The further you go down, the older you get, to the point where you need a walking stick. I'm not sure how that works on a slide, but you've got to appreciate the imagination involved here. Do you go splash at the end of the slide? Not exactly. In fact, you die, as the artist takes pleasure in pointing out. Many happy returns, Dad, and probably a good idea to refuse an invite to your local water park anytime soon. If you're ready for more delightfully disturbing and creepy in a good way type content, then check out these other videos to keep that off-kilter vibe going.